Let's start by crocheting the small flowers. For the small flowers, you'll need to separate the strands and crochet them. I'm using chunky yarn here to make it clearer for everyone to see. Please refer to the pattern chart for details. Refer to the pattern chart for specifics. Take the corresponding yarn. Begin with a magic ring. Pull tight. Then start crocheting the petals. First, make 2 chain stitches. Next, crochet 2 double crochets. Yarn over, pass through this hole. Draw the yarn through, then yarn over and go through the first 2 loops, yarn over again, and pass through the remaining 2 loops. That makes 1 double crochet stitch, then crochet another 1. Next, crochet 2 chain stitches. Into this hole, work 1 slip stitch. That's 1 petal. I'll demonstrate another group. 2 chain stitches. Two double crochets. Then 2 chain stitches again. And 1 slip stitch. First, work 5 groups into this hole. After completing 5 petals, chain 1, then stretch this loop open, then tighten the magic ring loop. After tightening, cut the yarn here to finish. Just leave a yarn tail for weaving in. Then both the starting yarn tail and this ending yarn tail should be woven into the wrong side. First, weave in a few stitches. Then thread the yarn tail through. It's the same on this side too. Just weave in a few stitches on the back, then gently pull tight and tidy up. Cut off the remaining yarn tail. This completes the small flower. Now let's work on the leaf. The leaf also needs to be crocheted with separated strands. I'm still using chunky yarn for demonstration here. First, take out the corresponding yarn. Make a slip knot. Then chain 6 stitches together. Now start from the second last stitch. This is the first one. This is the front loop of the second last chain stitch, which is the top part of the V shape. Work a single crochet here. Then start with the stitch adjacent to it. Work 1 half double crochet in the front loop of each of the next 3 stitches. Yarn over. Draw through and bring the yarn over. Now there are 3 loops on the hook. yarn over and pull through all loops. That completes 1/2 double crochet. Continue working 3 in total. Now reaching the last stitch. Work 1 single crochet. Work another single crochet in the same spot. Still in the same position, but first turn it around to the opposite side. Then work 1 single crochet, making a total of 3 single crochets in the same place. Then move to the row on the opposite side. At the insertion points of the 3 half double crochets made earlier, work 1 half double crochet in each for a total of 3. While working, you can hide the yarn tail from earlier inside. Now reach the single crochet stitch at the beginning. Work 1 single crochet in the same insertion position as the first one. Finally, join with a slip stitch in the first single crochet stitch. Do not tighten this slip stitch. After finishing, chain 1 and cut the yarn. The yarn tail pulled in just now, give it a slight tug to smooth it out. Then hide the yarn tail from the final cut as well. Tuck it to the wrong side. First, weave through a few stitches on the back. Then pull the yarn tail over. Slightly tidy it up. And then cut off the excess yarn tail. That's one leaf completed. Now we'll crochet the stem part, which needs to be crocheted with separated strands. A single lace yarn has a total of 8 strands. Here, 6 strands need to be separated for crocheting, so it's not too thin. I'll just use the separated lace yarn for demonstration. Start with the front piece, take the corresponding yarn. Cast on one adjustable magic ring. Then chain 2 as the turning chain. These 2 chains do not count as a stitch. Next, work 12 double crochets into the ring. Pass through, bring the yarn over, then yarn over, and pull through the first 2 loops. Yarn over again, and go through the remaining 2 loops. That completes 1 double crochet stitch. Keep working until 12 are done. Once the 12 double crochets are completed, tighten the starting loop. Then join with a slip stitch to the first double crochet stitch. Ignore the 2 chains at the beginning since they do not count as a stitch. Join with a slip stitch to the first double crochet stitch. Gently pull to tighten. That completes the first round. Now move on to the second round. Start by chaining 2 as the turning chain, which does not count as a stitch. Then in the same position, which is the first double crochet stitch, where we joined the slip stitch. Work 2 double crochets. Yarn over, pass through the stitch, which is this V-shaped loop. Pull it through. Work 1 double crochet, and still in the same position. Work another double crochet. This makes 1 double crochet increase. This round involves working a double crochet increase in every double crochet stitch from the previous round. Let me demonstrate one more group. Work a double crochet in the adjacent stitch. And in the same position, work 2 double crochets. Continue crocheting like this until the end. Work until the second to last double crochet, and when working the last double crochet, it's time to switch colors. Follow the double crochet technique up to this step. Meaning wrap the yarn and pull through the last 2 loops but don't finish it yet, then pinch the yarn tail. Take the yarn needed for the next round. And place it at the back. Then yarn over and pull this thread through. This completes the color change, and now move the old yarn to the back. Next, work a slip stitch into the first double crochet stitch. Then pull tight. This completes the color change, then proceed directly to the third round. Make 1 chain stitch as the turning chain. Then in the same spot, which is the first double crochet stitch, work a single crochet. First insert the hook through. Then place both the yarn tail from the color change, and the starting yarn tail over the hook. Pull it through smoothly. This is the first stitch. Then work a single crochet increase in the adjacent stitch. Meaning work 2 single crochets into the same stitch. Remember to weave in the ends. Work a single crochet first, then in the same position. Work another single crochet. 1 single crochet, then a single crochet increase. That's the sequence for this round. Next, keep repeating this sequence until the end. I'll demonstrate one more set. Start with a single crochet. Then work a single crochet increase in the next stitch. Weave in the yarn tails for a few stitches, and that should do it. Then continue working normally. Single crochet increase. Keep working up to this point. Complete the last single crochet. Join with a slip stitch in the first single crochet stitch to finish. Then work 13 chain stitches directly. Complete these 13 chain stitches. Then start from the second chain from the hook. This is the first stitch. For the second stitch, pick up the top loop only, that's the upper strand of the chain. Work a single crochet. For each of the following chain stitches, pick up the top loop only. Work one single crochet into each corresponding stitch all the way through. After completing this row of single crochets, join with a slip stitch in the third single crochet stitch from this round. Then leave a long yarn tail, and cut the yarn directly. The thread that was already hidden here a few stitches ago can also be cut off directly. As for the other yarn tails, we'll bring them to the wrong side. Then weave through a few stitches in this direction. Then tidy everything up. The starting yarn tail is the same. Smooth it out, and then cut it short. The front piece is now completed. The crocheting method for the back piece is the same as for the front piece. This is the back piece I've already crocheted. The only difference from the front piece is that there's no need to switch colors. The entire back piece is crocheted using the same color. After completing the last stitch of the second round, directly join with a slip stitch in the first stitch to finish. Then make a beginning chain again and start crocheting the next round and the upper part. When crocheting, just pay attention to keeping the size consistent with the front piece. Once both the front and back pieces are crocheted, they need to be assembled together. Before assembling, let's first handle a piece of wire. First, cut a length of wire to the appropriate size. Then fold it in half. Shape it a bit inward here. Leave a little extra here. Then fold it upward. And bend it back. Then fold it up again. And bend it back again. This bend can be slightly smaller than the one above. Then fold this part over. And do the same 2 bends on the other side. Once the shaping is done on the top part, fit it against the main piece to check. Then fold the excess part at the bottom upward. Tidy it up a bit. Set it aside for now. Now take the 6-strand yarn we unwound earlier and cut a piece from the remaining 2-strand yarn that's about 8 times the circumference of the main body of the cat. Then fold it in half, so now you have 4 strands. The length will now be about 4 times the circumference, and we'll use this for assembling. Let's start with the front piece. This is the right side, now flip it to the wrong side. Pick up a few strands randomly and secure the end inside. Pinch it. Thread it through a couple more times. That secures it in place. Now we need to embroider the string pattern on the front. Pass through from an appropriate position. Then go up through the top part here. Do 3 vertical lines like this, and then 2 more on the side. Once those 3 vertical stitches are crocheted, add 4 horizontal ones. Once the 3 vertical and 4 horizontal strings are embroidered, thread the yarn through the 3rd single crochet stitch from the front. This is the position where we just came down and did the slip stitch. Draw it through. Then here, there were originally 4 strands of yarn, now we'll divide them into 2. 2 strands on each side. Take 2 strands and thread them into the yarn needle again. Then take the back piece and place it back to back with the front piece. First, sew together the main part around the bottom. Here, come out through this stitch, then go back in through this stitch. And at the same time, align the positions properly. Go through the corresponding position on the back piece as well. Then go to the back side and come out from here, and pass through the adjacent stitch next to it. At the same time, go through the corresponding stitch on the front piece. Repeat it like this. Like this, first sew the circular part up to this point. When reaching the middle section, at the stitch next to it, Insert the wire part we just made into the middle. You don't have to push it all the way to the bottom here, just adjust its length. Just bring the side part up a bit higher. After putting it in, continue sewing along this side to close the part we left open earlier. Once this part is sewn, add 2 more stitches next to it for reinforcement. And don't cut the yarn yet, just set it aside for now. Then pick up the other 2 strands we left earlier. And use them to sew the top part. This thread came out from here earlier. And now we'll go through the stitch next to it. Go to the wrong side. Then go through the row of single crochets on top. Insert the needle into the bottommost single crochet's insertion point. Then come out through the front loop of the bottommost single crochet in the previous row. Then follow along this row on the side. Just like we did when sewing the main body below. Go through the adjacent stitch here, and at the same time come out at the corresponding position on the back row. Then on the back side, come out at the adjacent position, matching the position on this side. Keep sewing like this until reaching the front part right here. Once you get here, go through the next stitch while also passing through the wire loop. And for now, there's no need to come out at the corresponding position on this side. First, wrap the thread around the wire loop once. Keep repeating the wrapping around the wire. Until the entire wire is fully covered. Wrap it tightly and closely together here. After wrapping, come out again at the corresponding position on this side. Then tidy this part up and pinch it together. One of the 4 loops is now done. Next, pass the thread from this side into the next loop. The method is the same as before. Start by making the next loop. Once these 2 on this side are done, continue sewing along this line just like earlier. At the top, wrap around a few extra times, and sew a few more stitches, so the wire at this position is securely hidden inside. Then move to this side. These two loops are made the same way as the ones here. Once they're done, continue sewing from the bottom toward this side just like before. So this part of the wire is also hidden inside. Everyone can go ahead and finish this part first. If you run out of thread halfway, and don't have enough left, you can simply push the thread into the side like this. Sew a few stitches to hide it, then pick up the spare thread you didn't cut earlier. And continue finishing the rest of the project. Of course, if this thread still isn't enough, that's okay too. You can just take 2 new strands of thread. Then insert the needle from any position at the bottom. Pull it through, leave a tail at the bottom, and continue working with the thread that came through. Wrap it around a few times, and later you can just cut off the extra at the bottom. For the end tail, also thread it through a few stitches, then cut the yarn. My spare yarn segment here was long enough, so I didn't need to join new yarn. I just finished everything by sewing. Once this side is also completed, tidy up the yarn tails. Just poke through back and forth twice. And you can tuck it underneath. Tidy it up a bit. This is the last yarn tail, and here's another one where the yarn ran out. After tucking these 2 tails underneath, just cut them off directly. If the top part looks crooked, adjust and tidy it up. That's it for the part. Now let's move on to making the flower branch part. First, take a piece of wire of the corresponding length, then fold it in half. Next, cut a piece of brown thread that's 3 times the length of the folded wire. Wrap the brown thread around the wire. Now I'll demonstrate the making method. Place one end of the wire and one end of the thread side by side, then pinch them together. Apply a bit of glue at this spot, and start wrapping the thread to secure it in place. Pay attention to the thread as you wrap. Take the 8-strand thread and separate it, letting it spread out. Then wrap it upwards, and this will make it lie flat. First, secure it in place. Once it's well secured here, bend the starting part over. Then apply some more glue in this area. Bring the line segment around from the back, continuing along with the bent part. Whether it's the thread end or the wire, wrap them all forward together. Once the folded section is wrapped and secured, continue wrapping along the wire toward the back, applying a bit of glue to secure every section. Wrap a bit, then apply a little more glue to fix it in place, and keep wrapping until you reach the very end. As you wrap, remember to spread the thread out a bit so it lies smoother. Wrap it over first. Once the entire wire is wrapped and you reach the last bit, bend this end over just like the beginning part. Then apply some glue here as well, just like you did at the beginning part. Wrap both sides together and finish wrapping it neatly. Once wrapped, cut off the thread end directly and tidy it up. Like this, the flower branch is all wrapped up, and now we need to shape it a bit. First, bend this end over. Then pinch it to form an M shape here. Like this. Then bend this part up a little. Do the same with this side, bend it up too, diagonally. Then pull the longer part at the back down. Pull it down to a position level with the front part here. Then bend it back and wrap it into a small half circle. Then bend it over here, and lift it up slightly. The whole thing should roughly form this kind of shape. This spot will have flowers glued onto it later. And the completed little handle will be placed diagonally here. So this taller back part, this frame, must be kept in place. Then the part at the back bends around, and will be with a circle of flowers. This lifted up part is also where flowers will be glued, so roughly this is the shape. You can adjust details yourself, or shape it according to your own preference. Once the frame is twisted into shape, you need to glue the completed leaves onto the corresponding positions first, then add the petals. This is what it looks like after the leaves are glued on. Let's take another look at the structure of the wire frame. First, there's a leaf bending up from this side, then 2 leaves at the bottom. These are on the same horizontal level, and will be glued onto the box lid together. Then after forming a M shape and bending around, there's a leaf at this corner, bend it over, and then lift it up, then 1 leaf at the top. This position corresponds with the front position. Later, you'll place the wire frame here, then pull it backward, and down a bit. From the side, it looks like this. Pull it down to this lower position, which will align with the front parts on the same horizontal level. There's 1 leaf here, and then 2 leaves here. Then bend this side into a small half circle, adding a few more leaves along the way. Finally, go up here, and glue on 1 last leaf. That's roughly the setup. You can follow my leaf arrangement as a reference, or adjust according to your own preference. Once the leaves are in place, you can start gluing on the flowers. Once the flowers are glued on, it will look like this. The quantity and color combinations of the flowers at each position can follow the demonstration. You can also arrange them according to your own preference. It's all flexible. Once all the flowers are glued on, we need to attach the previously crocheted wire onto the flower branch made frame. You can apply a little glue where it touches the flowers in front, and also a bit of glue at the back here to secure it in place. With that, the entire decorative accessory is completed. Then we need to glue the whole thing onto the box lid. The gluing position on the box lid is the parts of the flower branches that will make contact with the lid. Apply glue to those areas and then attach the whole piece onto the lid. Once the accessories are crocheted, attach them to the box lid. This is already glued on here. Apply glue on the parts that make contact with the surface of the box lid. Then glue the whole piece on. With that, this storage box is completed.